Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Uncharted 3.
We're back in the body pit after our drug trip.
It's time to kill those bastards.
Now, I do want to see him strangle Talbot to death. I'm not gonna lie. It would be very sad. It's hard to look smug while you're being strangled. You know what I'm saying?
You could probably find a fucking way to do it.
Do you think this room was an opium den?
You know, it's
Could have been.
possible.
I mean,
It's very possible.
Are they just giving, like, all the little ornaments, incense burners, and the cushions lying around? I'm just assuming that's what this room was.
I'm pretty sure you were just looking at a hookah. So it's entirely possible that this was just, in general, a pleasure smoking room. Whether it was for smoking shisha or opium or whatever. Probably all of it, if we're being honest.
I mean, more than likely.
Yeah.
There they are.
Whoa.
Time to play, assholes.
That it is, Nate. That it is.
Did anyone else see that one guy's leg glitch?
No, I wasn't paying attention.
Hear it? No, I didn't hear it glitch.
It's over, Drake.
To see it, not hear it. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Goodbye.
They gave me no cover for this segment.
Yeah, they didn't.
But at least he blew up. Nice and fun.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, he survived.
He did. Of course.
The physics of this fucking game. I
At
thought
least
it
that
missed him
one's
completely
dead.
for a second. You seem to have a moment to move forward.
Who threw the fucking grenade?
The
It
guy,
was the guy that you
killed.
just killed.
You lied to me.
No, I didn't lie to you. That is the direction that grenade came from.
There was just more people there.
Because, given that partition right there, neither of those two could have thrown that grenade at you.
See?
It's a very mean thing to do to your friend's corpse.
Perfect.
Uh-oh.
You got hit with your own grenade there, dipshit. Oh no, not right up the ass. I know we hate these guys, Cody, but you can't just be that desecrating.
Why not? I shot the shotgun guy in the dick 6 times.
Well, to be fair...
Yes, I
he was-
counted.
To be fair, he was being a dick. What with the body armor?
True.
Circumstantial desecration is all I'm saying. Like, anybody who's wearing that much body armor with a shotgun that packs that much heat, they're kind of asking for it. Well, he did take 2 grenade blasts, so I guess that's fair.
I didn't even fucking aim that shot. I just pointed and reflexively pulled the trigger.
And
It
then
worked.
sometimes the best shots we make are by complete fucking accident.
And that's just... That's
Well,
usually
what
one
the
of
hell
my best
happened to you
shots.
two idiots?
They threw a grenade, it went back and exploded on them.
It went back against what? It was a straight hallway.
Well, he shot the one that was holding it, so...
Okay, that would explain it.
That you, kid?
It's fake. It's fake!
You all right? Man, I had a hell of a time. What's the matter with you? How do I know you're real? Ow! That real enough for you? Don't ever point a gun at me again.
What?
I saw them shoot you. Right after the eclipse.
What? What eclipse? Look, kid, you went nuts right after you drank from that fountain. It's the water. That's what destroyed the city. Not the wrath of God. The whole water supply is tainted with some sort of hallucinogenic agent. Must have drove everyone mad.
I love how they played with Mason's emotions.
The fuck?
Yeah. Remember, Cutter said they controlled their enemies through fear. This'll do it. In spades. But, wait, it doesn't make any sense. How do they think they're getting the water out of here?
No, it's not the water. It's what's in the water.
Come again?
Listen, just bear with me for a second. Salim told me that Aram was cursed when Solomon imprisoned the evil spirits of the jinn inside a vessel of brass and then cast it into the depths of the city.
A genie in a bottle.
I know, it sounds pretty crazy.
So you reckon that's why Elizabeth and Dee sent Francis Drake out here in the first place?
Yeah. It wasn't treasure they were after. It was power. Only once Drake realized what he'd been sent for, he abandoned the mission. He lied to the Queen, told her he didn't find anything, and then hid all traces of his voyage. Rewrote history.
Well, who are we to argue with Sir Francis? What do you say we head down there and end this thing?
To be fair, that was one of the most Sully things that I've seen, was just flick him in the face and then followed up with, "Don't you ever point the gun at me again."
Don't you ever do something stupid again. Yeah, seriously,
Also,
there is enough, like, antique
Look at
pottery
this place.
here to
Those
pay,
cities
like,
resting on this
millions.
Doesn't look very
Oh,
safe, does it?
absolutely.
That's an understatement.
We gotta find a way
But also,
down there.
moments like that makes you realize just how much of a surrogate father he has been to Nate over the last 2 decades.
Yep.
He's a friend and a parent, which is weird for some people. But look at him, that man can't naturally father anyone.
Harry, you
At
ready
least
for
not
this?
anybody that he knows
Let's
about.
do it.
Sully definitely has bastard children somewhere on this planet.
Oh, without a doubt.
Amazing. This is how they move the
Most
water to the
likely.
surface.
The ceiling here.
I'm surprised the whole place hasn't come crashing down yet.
I don't know how the hell it's still standing.
Speaking of though, Cody, you lied to me.
I did no such thing.
You said he was dead.
And he was, as far as you knew.
I mean, hallucination, Sully was dead.
That's not the same thing.
We gotta get across there.
What I'm more curious
I'll go to
about
this
is how the fuck did Talbot shoot an illusion?
He didn't. They were part of the illusion.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Oh, that's not
Shit,
that.
get down!
I'm sorry. I was distracted by giant golden brass cobra head with sapphire eyes by the looks of it.
Yeah, Sam,
Yeah.
I don't even see the guys that he's talking about.
Neither do I.
Are they down?
Oh, it's not just the head. It's the
Oh,
entire
they're
fucking
up,
body.
they're up.
That
Up,
thing is
up.
worth millions.
Up to your left, I think. Up to your left, I think. Where it
I
looked
saw
like
Sully
some-
shoot down.
I saw bullets going past him, but it looked like they were coming from above.
Same.
There we go. There we go. Now there's somebody down there.
All right.
Sully found the stairs.
I thought he jumped down.
I mean, he could have. It
Your
looked
eyes
like he
open,
found
Sully.
the stairs. Unless those stairs lead somewhere completely different. The answer is completely different. How
They're
dare
gonna talk
you
about
cover
Cowboy
for your
Bebop.
friend?
I
Why
had
we
your
get to do
sniper
that?
buddy dead to rights, and you had to fuck up my shot.
Nope. I'm sorry, my favorite thing so far this episode has still just been that one dude as the grenade landed at his feet. I don't know. It's the only dude I've heard react to his imminent death. Sorry, did you just spring back into existence, or were there two of you?
No, there were two of them, and his body, well, reacted weird, because of course it did. Sully, did you make him drop a grenade? You did. You made him drop a grenade.
Well then.
Passive walk, Sully.
Hey,
All right, all clear. Down this
the
way.
wise men. Oh good, it's the indented sculptures that give off the optical illusion of the face that's following you in every direction.
Yay? Question mark?
Hey man, if it worked for Haunted
collectible.
Mansion.
Ah, crap, Sully, we got more company.
Ow! Did I miss a grenade being tossed? Nope.
A grenade launcher being used. You really missed.
So you might want to back up a minute. I ain't doing so hot.
Well, if we're talking about the supernatural, Nate's natural recovery rate. Yeah, you're gonna want to get rid of that guy. He's got the Hollywood trope of unlimited ammo until you kill him and take his gun.
God, I hate that show.
Somehow I survived,
You shouldn't have.
and I killed him to boot.
I thought that was a game over right there.
So did I.
Same.
Then I
wish
heard
it
the
did.
heartbeat and I realized I had somehow survived this. Seriously, what is the benefits plan for this organization?
Apparently fucking
Real
amazing.
damn good to have this many people.
You know, half of these guys, probably
What?
three-quarters of these guys.
What the hell?
Alright, there was either a grenade or a minefield, I'm not sure. And we're back in here. Grenade man. Grenade man.
Hey, forget about grenade, man. I just want to deal with the shotgunner running right at me first.
Unfortunately, thanks for that body armor. You weren't gonna get through him first.
I got close.
Peekaboo.
You bitch.
How dare you get shot and act like it's an inconvenience to you? I mean, it is. But how dare you be nonchalantly inconvenient? Oh, he landed on the ledge. I was about to say, I wonder what ends up happening to everybody that's fallen into a chasm. Because odds are, we know they're not being found again. Odds are, no. You're looking for where to see the fucking grenade, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking for the guy who shot the grenade.
He's being prepared.
Yeah, he just fired one.
Yeah, I saw him fire one a minute ago. That's why I'm looking for his ass.
Him? Yep.
Apparently so, yeah.
I lived. That's what's important here.
Is he dead though?
Somebody else is
Yeah,
here,
he
though.
died. Unfortunately, someone else spawned in to shoot at me.
You know, last time I think it was actually Sully who took out the shotgun guy.
It was either Sully or one of the grenade guy's shots did it.
Like Suction Cup Man, but somehow infinitely more annoying. Grenade guy. Okay.
Just what the doctor ordered.
I'm sorry, if my doctor ordered guns, I'd be concerned about his medical practices.
Yeah, it depends. Is he ordering them for you or because of you?
If the answer is yes, either way, someone's got an issue.
All right.
Yes.
Alright, another guy to the right. Saw him that time.
Two.
Oh, there's two of them.
Potentially three. Yeah, uh-oh. Yeah, that was enough to almost let you live, but nowhere near it. Checkpoint would be nice before the next inevitable bullshit death.
Got ammo
I
for
think
this
there
thing
was a
over here.
staircase near those two guys.
I know, but there was more ammo over here for this gun.
Oh, fair, fair.
It may not be a lot of ammo, but it was ammo, and I could use some, regardless.
Fair.
Oh crap!
Okay.
Who thinks they're
Somebody's rolling
funny?
out the welcome wagon. That guy. Or that guy. One of the two. In either case, you got the correct answer.
They're definitely going into the water.
Hey. Sweet. I'm holding on to this.
I'm sorry, was that their drug gun?
No, that is a underwater pistol.
Sully, help me
Specifically with
gotta get through
explosive rounds.
Well, I guess if you're gonna be underwater, you'd kinda need something explosive.
Yeah.
You ever see a fucking pistol shrimp? Or a mantis shrimp?
I have. I know what you're talking about.
Mason, do you know what I'm talking about?
Not really.
Okay, well, which one would you like to hear about first while we're waiting for the next group of people to shoot at us? The pistol or mantis shrimp?
Dealer's choice.
So the mantis shrimp, it's beautifully colored. Looks like a little underwater peacock.
Lifted gently.
It punches so quickly that the water around its claw will boil.
Holy shit.
You gotta be kidding me.
And
We gotta take that
the
thing out.
pistol shrimp has got
Any
one
ideas?
giant claw, one little claw.
I sure as hell
And when
got
it
us
snaps the
outnumbered.
giant claw,
Let's,
it lets out a
let's split up.
super shot of water.
Better odds that way.
And the only reason I know this particular part is because I saw a video earlier today. The temperature of that little bit of water there is a few thousand degrees.
Is that what that Pokemon was based off of?
Clauncher?
Yes.
Probably.
Damn it. where is
Clawitzer.
Uh-oh.
Sully.
Sully! No!
Here we go again with this shit. Hey Sully, remember your gun?
I think he... Oh, there it is.
Great, now shoot her.
It's got 3 shots.
There's the other two.
We've got to go. Run!
I hope she falls in the collapse of the building and dies.
Come on, son. Get up.
No, it's a chase sequence now.
Please tell me you didn't swallow any of that water.
I don't think so. Jesus. This is why we can't have nice things.
Come on. We gotta...
Such a father thing to say.
Oh, hey!
Everybody
Nope,
out!
sniper.
What's with these guys? Don't they know we're gonna get buried here?
Something tells me they don't care.
I sure as hell do.
Oh my God, the city's collapsing. We have to get out of here.
We gotta find
Apparently
a way
they
out
do know.
fast.
I can never see that fucker.
Fall back.
He's still there.
I know
Yeah.
he's still there.
I think you got him that time.
No. Jack!
Or not. Or we didn't get him.
His fucking grenade interrupted me throwing my grenade, which got me killed.
Away from Marlowe.
Everybody out! What's with these guys? Don't they know we're gonna get buried here?
They don't care.
I sure as hell do.
Motherfuckers.
The city's collapsing.
We gotta find a way out of here. Fast.
Okay, this is too much explosive
Fall back.
to be pointed at us.
Got him that time.
Good. There we go, now that hit.
Damn. I'll take it.
Don't know who did that, but thank you.
There's no fucking way that missed.
It did. It did. That did too.
That one I can believe missed.
You
Oh,
just stay
hey,
still!
Hey, bud.
Give me that gun. And that grenade. And that grenade.
We're gonna use it on your friends. He went running to the left.
Fucker, die.
Sully, this way! We gotta get out of here. Come on, I need your help.
Here's the guy that ran.
Crap. Forward, get down.
No. Also no.
Down you go.
You're gonna stay here and die like a good felon from a secret organization.
This way.
He's not as spry
How are
as
we
you.
gonna get out of here? Wait, the gears! Sully, we're gonna have to ride these up, alright? Falling apart!
You say what? Again, what kind of moron throws grenades at
Motherfucker!
Man, here I was stuck on the guy whose people needed him.
Cody, your luck in these games is just the hell. Like every time you get close,
Yes, every time I get close, something bullshit happens, which fucks me over. Yes, 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 we all know, Mason.
Up this way. How are we gonna get out of here? Wait, the gears. Sully, we're gonna have to ride these up, all right? Falling apart!
How dare you kill me at a time you don't remember?
For just an instant, it was almost to the. Your shots were almost to the rhythm of pon pon pata pon.
Don't
Hey, there he
you
is.
fucking dare.
Are you talking to me or the guy shooting at you?
Yes!
To be fair, the answer for that would have been yes, regardless, Mason. I think you gotta climb the. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say climb the thing that took the guy on a trip to see his people.
Look out!
Oh. You know, for people who are supposed to be running for their lives, they sure have enough time to wait around for you.
They do. They really do.
Okay, the shaking fucking up the aim, that's starting to get annoying.
It is.
It's not gonna stop anytime, so are you fucking kidding me?
How many of you are there?
How many
Too many.
of you do I have to kill before you get the message?
Apparently all of
This
them.
is Dr. Orr. This is the way out.
I'm just gonna assume Sully's behind me. I'm not gonna bother turning around.
It's okay, cutscene.
Oh, we finally get to this scene.
Oh good, quick save.
I can't reach. Come on, kid. I'll pull you up.
Nathan! Drake!
No, you deserve this.
Worthy of the name. Earn this, as Francis earned it from Elizabeth. Prove your greatness.
I got nothing to prove.
Hurry, give me a hand. You can't just let her die. The hell he can't. Nate, give me your goddamn hand. Here. Grab it. What the hell are you doing?
I can't.
It's no good. Get the hell
At least
out
he
of there.
tried.
Hold on.
Yeah, he tried at least.
No!
You can't even be pissed, he tried.
Nate!
Yep.
No! Come on. Run. Up here.
She so deserved that.
Sully, we gotta get out of here.
I told you, Mason, one of the most horrifying ways to go.
3 goddamn bullets. How the hell did you do this? 3 bullets. Holy shit.
That's an excellent question, Sully. That is an excellent question. A question I feel like we don't ask ourselves nearly enough.
3 goddamn bullets. How did you do this with 3 goddamn bullets?
You wanna know what the worst part is, Mason?
Keep going.
I told you to jump, Nate!
Goodbye.
Actually, you'll probably find this great. Technically speaking, right now, she is still probably alive, but near death. She's currently suffocating.
We gotta get higher.
Like, it is not a quicksand is not a quick death.
You will suffocate or be crushed, depending on how long you can hold your breath.
Yeah.
No more if you're
And how deep the
huh?
sand pit is. And
Good.
judging by this, it's a very deep sand pit.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, it's getting very deep.
Up this way.
Yep.
I heard you long before you showed up.
Talbot, you have deserved to die since the beginning of this fucking thing.
Yes, you have.
Oh, you brought a knife.
Get the spear, Nate. Get the spear.
No, 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 no.
Tail.
Just this.
Oh, that was satisfying.
Oh yeah. More. Beat his ass. Beat Talbot. You can do this, Nate.
She didn't even have the knife anymore, Talbot.
You shouldn't. Trying to be tricky, you bastard.
You're
To
a
be
tough
Nate-
bastard,
Nate- to
I'll
be
give
fair,
you
Nate
that.
is the one who bit him. Oh no, there goes that scenic fountain. How dare you be calm right now? I guess
Good shot.
Teach you to bring a knife to a gunfight. Oh, shit.
Well, now we've left the old man up there with the knife fight.
Not good. Get back
That's
up
okay.
there, Nate. Get back
Murray
up there.
was in the Sully was in the Marines.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he's an old man.
Yeah.
Hold on!
I mean, he may be old, but
Time to end this, you son of a bitch.
Right in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And yet he survived that.
Push him off.
nah, he's just gonna fall
Yeah.
over.
Good.
Thanks, kid. Come on, get up here.
At least he felt more pain before dying.
No good. Can't make it.
Yes, we can.
Buddy, get on! Come on!
You know, if nothing else, they have prevented an unspeakable evil from ever being recoverable.
True.
To be fair, Francis Drake thought the same damn thing.
True, but at least
Yeah.
our solution was a little more permanent than his.
True.
True. Francis Drake just hit it. He outright demolished the entire the entire city.
With three
I mean,
damn
I can-
bullets.
I can forgive Solomon for thinking it was unreachable, given the technology of the time.
So much for immeasurable wealth, huh?
Well,
3 bullets, Nate.
It's not much, is it?
it's enough.
That's true, those are relics.
Yep.
That's a handful of gold coins from the Lost City. Gonna be hard to prove the Lost City part, but it's still gold coins from a still
From a
ancient
certain era
gold
of
coins from a
civilization.
certain era.
Yeah, no, that part's
That
easy
will
enough
make
to
you
prove.
a lot of money.
You sell that shit to a museum, you're set for generations.
Cheers, bro.
Thanks to that.
I was wondering when it was coming up.
I was waiting for a good moment. I was hoping one of you would say something when Marlowe died. You didn't.
Hold up a minute, Nate.
You okay?
Yeah,
Speaking
you
of
had
being
your
the father,
something needs saying, that's all.
You had your opportunity at 3 bullets. That's a question we don't ask ourselves too often.
you're right. I did, but I was in the middle of running. I didn't have time to open it.
Lousy childhood. I hit 40, I figured I was never gonna have a son of my own. Hell, I never wanted one. What the hell do I know about raising a kid? Then you came barreling into my life.
Look, you don't have to.
No, listen, I do. I have made a lot of mistakes, kid. A lot. And, well, I am not a perfect man.
You're not proposing, are you, Sully? I mean, I love you, but...
Stop. Just stop being a wise ass for 1 second.
How long you been carrying that around?
Too long.
Thought I'd lost it.
Here's the thing, kid. We don't get to choose how we start in this life. Real greatness, it's what you do with the hand you dealt.
Hey,
Hey. Going somewhere?
maybe? I'm really sorry about your ring.
It's all right. I swapped it for something better.
Oh.
Oh.
Let's get out of here, huh?
And to think there's one more game in this franchise.
Absolutely.
There's the stogie.
We're this way.
Yep.
Come on. Trust me.
We stole Marlowe's blade. Please, please tell me we stole Marlowe's blade.
After all the stuff she put us through? Yeah. Please tell me we stole it.
No way. It's not as nice as the one you two wrecked 4 years ago, but it'll do.
Oh no, it's Sully's.
Come on.
It's Sully's plane.
See if I can remember how to fly the goddamn thing.
Sully went and bought himself a replica of the plane you destroyed.
Right?
Oh, yeah. 3. More or less.
It's okay, Nate. The one's dual harness. As long as you have enough prep time before you crash into the earth, you'll both be okay.
And that was Uncharted 3. Thoughts?
Too many of these people are way too fucking durable.
Seriously.
with no explanation. At least in the second one, we had explanation. Like they were dosing them up on steroids and then the supernatural.
They were high on that tree sap.
I will say though, it is a little bit regrettable that we cut Chloe and Cutter out like a third of the way into this.
I mean, I agree, but at the same time, they kind of weren't necessary for the story anymore. And being fully honest, Chloe was completely unnecessary for this story.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Cutter was definitely necessary, and he was an interesting character. I did like him.
I was about to ask for your opinions on Cutter in general.
He played his role really well.
Yeah.
All right, now how about thoughts on the story?
Wasn't the direction I had assumed it was going in at first with the whole 72 Demons of Solomon thing? I will say I do appreciate the little touches because I'm pretty sure that on the lid of that pot that was legitimately the symbol of Solomon. I think that was legitimately the seal of Solomon.
If I remember correctly, you were absolutely correct. It is.
Yeah.
So I will say that I do like obviously they've taken massive leaps in creative liberty, but I do like the amount of detail that they put into it. Kind of like Assassin's Creed in that sense. You know, they put so much fucking detail into their shit that they used the render from Unity to rebuild the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... When I heard that, I was like, wow.
Like, I can fully appreciate attention to detail. Whether those details were created by you or not, I can appreciate good attention to detail.
All right, Mason, your thoughts on the story?
Thought it was well done. Definitely an emotional roller coaster. The story, I'd say, was definitely a good one. It was interesting. Did a lot. It really did some more fleshing out of the characters. And we finally got to see more of stuff with Elena and Drake. Like I wasn't even certain they'd ever gotten married.
Well, certain things are always going to happen in like the in-betweens between games and sequels and all that. And like at some point, Chloe and Cutter got together, and then they started working with Nate and Sully, and we didn't get any exposition on that either.
All right, now moving on to the villains, Marlowe and Talbot.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ! With the amount of times that we got to fight Talbot, he really should have been injured more than he was.
Yeah, he really should have been.
I mean,
Nate
realistically,
is
you only got to
unlucky.
fist fight him twice.
Nate is unlucky, but not a pushover.
I mean, you're correct.
Yeah, I know, but even in that first fist fight, he took a lot of hits and yet acted like nothing had ever happened. Like he had just conveniently gotten tapped by a screen door or something.
I mean, to be fair, you would have won if Ramses didn't show up and knock you the fuck out.
Yep.
True. For a minor villain, Ramses was interesting, definitely.
I'd go far as saying he was entertaining.
He was entertaining.
He was.
And he
And
did.
vindictive.
He did try the whole murder-suicide route. He really did.
I mean, he wasn't going to win in a firefight. I feel like he knew that.
He did know that. He was probably the only person who did not underestimate what Nate was going to do. He was like, no, you know what? Taking us both out. And unfortunately, he still underestimated what Nate was going to do. All right, Pepper, you caught him off? Look at that. You finally caught one. Pepper caught him off. She did more than fucking that entire organization did.
Woo!
Because Ramses was not a part of that organization, so they don't get credit for his kidnapping of Nate.
You know what? Fair enough. So, compared to the first and second game, which one do you think was better?
Well, story-wise, I do still have a bit of a soft spot for the first one.
Alright.
None of them were bad. I will say I didn't find any of them lacking.
No, they all had good points. They were all pretty strong in their own way.
If I had to order them, did you eat them off? Are you looking for another one now? Okay. If I had to order them, I'm not sure if I would put number 1 or number 3 first. But number 2 would probably be at the bottom. And again, I didn't find fault with any of the 3 games.
Mason?
Now, I will say, I'm pretty sure
solo.
you... Sorry, I was going to say, I will say I'm pretty sure you died more, or the most, in the second game due to random ledge drop bullshit. But in this game, you died more to combat than anything else.
Yes. And I feel like a lot of that was because of unlucky placement of grenade launchers against me.
That was part of it. There was a surprising number of explosions. Alright, Mason, go
A
ahead
lot
and
of
take your turn. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Take your turn.
Okay, for me... Honestly, it's kind of a tie between games 2 and 3. 1, I would only put on the bottom just because... How do I put this? I feel like I was more involved in the stories for 2 and 3. For story number 1, I did like it, but at the same time, the characters were so new and new that I didn't feel like I was too invested in them.
Oh, so you did have that entire crusade against Sully in the first game.
Yeah, Sully I just kept expecting because in the 2000s it was such a cliche thing to do where they would make the mentor the villain. Or that they'd make the mentor
twist villain.
backstab. Yeah, twist villain backstab.
You keep saying that, Mason, but I've yet to play a game where the mentor has betrayed me, and it wasn't an obvious thing from the get-go. I can only think like one or two games where that was a thing in the 2000s.
And I wasn't just thinking of the games, I was also thinking of like movies and books and stuff. It's like
again, it's
that just
not common from any of the books or movies I watched or read.
You also read different books and movies than he did.
That's very true.
Yeah. The stuff I read and watched, it was a bit more common on my end. So I just expected it. So that kept coloring my opinion of Sully at first. Then by 2 and 3, I was more invested. I had more understanding of the characters, and it became more intense for me, like what's going to happen to them. And as we saw at the end, I was pissed when it looked like they killed Sully. I was ready to jump at that TV. So 2 and 3 had good storylines. All 3 of them had great storylines, but I just feel like 2 and 3 just had the most investment for me. So I put those ones closer to the top.
Alright. Now I'm going to throw a curveball at you with this one.
Oh boy.
Between Eddie Raja, Henry Flynn, whatever the fuck his name was, something Flynn,
I think it was
and
Harry.
Talbot. Oh, sorry, not Talbot. Ramses. Who's your favorite secondary villain?
Ah, well.
Oh god.
Remind me, what was his name in the first game again?
That was Eddie Raja, the guy who stole my shotgun and never
Yeah.
gave it back.
The prison cell guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the funniest part about Eddie and Harry was?
What's that?
Both of them both got belittled and compared to being Diet Drake. The both of them were treated as just Diet Drake. You could almost hear Obadiah Stane screaming, "Nathan Drake could have found this in a cave with a scrap."
Yep.
So Raja was definitely the more unique of the three, but we also got the least amount of exposure to him.
That's true. I stand, and I disagree. We had less time with Ramses.
That's what I meant. Where's Ramses? That's what I meant. I forgot his last name was Raja for a second. What I meant was Ramses was the most unique one, but we got the least amount of time with him. He probably would have been a little more endearing if he had lasted for more than just that one brief segment. If I had to choose between Eddie and Harry, I don't know if I can. That's like trying to choose between Diet Drake and off-brand Diet Drake.
It all goes down the same in the end.
Well, maybe Mason can help you figure that one out with his thought process on the matter.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Okay, so let me just make sure I have this right. The three choices were Ramses from 3, Flynn from 2, and then the other
Eddie
guy
from
from
1.
1.
Yeah.
Let's see. I will say Ramses definitely had a more intense character.
I would use the term charisma.
Charisma, yeah. That would probably be the best, yeah.
Also, he probably had the best send-off line before he died as well.
Yeah. Between the other two, I feel like the main thing is that with one of them, they weren't really... They knew each other, but they weren't really strong friends. Like, in the first game, you knew who the... Drake knew who the guy was.
Oh, you
but-
mean Eddie? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they alluded a couple of times to them just being flat out rivals.
Yeah.
But Flynn was Nate's partner at some point.
Yeah, Flynn was Nate's partner in crime for a while, so the betrayal hit harder. He did not expect someone that he had trusted to backstab him like that. And you
So who
could
do you
really...
like more?
And who do you like least?
I'd say I liked Ramtus the most. He was short, but the charisma really hit.
The fuse was short, but the blast was bright.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd have to say I liked... It's not really more of a like, it's more just that the first guy just didn't feel as impactful to me, so I'm putting him in on the bottom. I can barely remember the way he spoke and acted, compared to Flynn, who I just felt like was a complete dick. But he had more of an impression on me.
Yeah, full disclosure, I remember Eddie Raja at all is because he stole my boomstick and he didn't give it back.
This is true.
Yeah.
I did find his face hilarious, though, when Elena just took out the entire back of the jail cell, and Nate was just like, yoink, with the bat. The
Well,
look
it's
on
funny.
his face, the look on his face is, "Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me! I am so gonna get shot for this." Wasn't the first game also where we talked about making sure you brought your piss buddy with you?
I believe so.
And then the one guy that we found who didn't was immediately just neck snapped by Nate.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he was the guy who everyone had a pissing partner so they could piss without being killed, and then like literally the first guy who went out to take a piss by himself was just I killed immediately.
Yeah. You gotta admit, Eddie did take care of his people, but that's probably about where his good points ended.
All right, so as of right now, who is your second favorite? Who's your favorite secondary character? There we go. That's what I was trying to get out.
Favorite
Before I
secondary
end this.
character. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that by main characters we're talking about Nate and Sully.
I would say Nate is the only primary character, and everyone else is secondary.
Well, then we already know what Mason's answer is gonna be. It's Sully.
Honestly, it's between Sully and Elena. I have to give it more to Sully. Elena, part of it is her personality. Part of it is because of the fact that she shares the same name as my sister-in-law.
Now,
I won't deny that.
for me, I am treating Sully as a main character, mostly because he has been pretty much consistently there, period, with the exception of those moments in the first one where they were separated.
No, he's also missing from the majority of 2 as well.
Yeah. I would have to say my secondaries would be also between Elena and, honestly, probably Cutter. I did like his humor, and then the fact that they gave him claustrophobia kind of gave it a little unique angle on his character, especially for somebody who's doing treasure hunting and fighting a secret organization. That's a pretty damning fear to have,
It is.
which we saw a couple times.
Well, unlike most people with claustrophobia, for what I've noticed here, the area has to be like incredibly small for it to affect them. Because when we were walking in the subway and sewers of London, he was completely unaffected until we go into those like little walkways.
Yeah, and that is that's the case for most people with any type of fear. There are some who have it far worse than others, but I feel like they actually portrayed just the panic attack that goes with it very well.
They did.
All right. So send-off lines from you two?
Like I said, there's a fourth one, Mason. How do you feel about that? I don't remember what the fuck the subtitle is.
I'm preparing myself for it, but I'm still just on the happiness of watching those two die.
I thought you'd be coming down from the high of finding out Sully's still alive.
That too, but still, those two, I enjoy them rotting in the sands for all eternity.
No, they're not going to be rotting. They're going to be preserved, to a degree.
And to answer your question, Justin, the fourth game is called A Thief's End.
That's what it was. I know his brother shows up that we didn't know he had. And there you go, Mason. There's the one detail about Uncharted 4 that I remember. Nate has a brother.
Mm-hmm. Cody mentioned that to me.
Yeah, I mentioned it to him.
Well, you remember how Marlo mentioned that he grew up in a boys' home? I'm pretty sure it's because his brother left him there.
You'd be wrong on that front. That's all I'm going to say on the matter.
All right.
But we will see you all in the next game, Uncharted 4.
Well, we'll find out what, if any, supernatural bullshit is empowering our enemies. That fucking body
Let's
armor
face
technology.
it, there's always going to be
where we have to come out of retirement for family.
And the body armor is going to be what gets to me.